before we get to the Boxo breakdown section of the show and we break down this insane 250 East Division Championship, let's go to Motorsports on NBC's community poll with 2 races to go. Which rider wins the 250 East title? Seth Hammaker, RJ, or Tom Vial?
Man, it's great to see.
You don't have to make a prediction.
I am going to. Yeah, it's
are
great
you?
to see the success for Mitch. Obviously, right now, guy's been down in the slumps for a while. Also, Seth himself, right, dealing with injuries the past couple years, showed speed, has shown speed in the past, but could never put it together. Now what we're seeing, honestly, I feel like we're watching a different rider. I don't know if that's being completely healthy. I know he works with Joe Cancelleri over here. I know from a training perspective, now he's back in Florida with Hunter and Jet. He looks like he's riding the motorcycle phenomenal compared to, he always showed glimmers of it, but now he's put the package together. And the confidence is there now. 2 wins on the season. Honestly, I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I say that
Seth,
Seth is my prediction right now. I think that the speed's there. 68% of our fans are saying that Seth's the guy. Obviously, RJ, we'll get to him in a second. I think we have some sound on him about wrist. Tom Vial, just to me hasn't had the speed all season. Been consistent. That's why he's in the position he's in, because he's a smart, phenomenal racer, but you got to have that speed also. And typically, I know guys have won championships without winning a main event, but typically you got to win at least 1 or 2 main events to stand on that top step at the end of the season.
It's going to be interesting. I agree with you on the Hammaker front. I think it'd be awesome for Mitch. I think the last time that they won divisional championship, I think was Justin Hill in 2017. I think.
Dude, it's been a long time.
So I would love to see it. So Boxo breakdown section of the show right now. If you haven't, go to boxousa.com, use the promo code title24 for your 10% off, and that is site-wide. That's pretty bitchin'. Everybody likes a little discount. So, just use the promo code title24 again for the 10% off at boxousa.com, and we'll keep breaking it down. So for the championship, and my pick for the 250 East Division out of Vial, Hampshire, and Hammaker. So you pointed out the strengths in Hammaker. I like the 24 of Hampshire because he's been there before. He won the championship in what I believe is the toughest way to win a championship, where you win and you win the championship, or you don't win and you don't win the championship.
Last year round. Against that coming down to the last round like he did is a very tough situation to be in.
Yeah, I mean, it's pressure packed. You have to perform and you have to beat your competitor. And he went out and freaking absolutely crushed it in Salt Lake City. Did exactly what he has to do to win his championship. And I was blown away and impressed by how well he rode in a time where it's just absolute maximum pressure. I like what you're saying about Hammaker. I love everything that you're saying. Him not being in a championship situation, I wonder how that plays as a negative, not knowing what to expect. Now, I know that he's being coached. Like you said, he's got the whole package together. Now, I just wonder, like, between the ears, what's going to happen now that now that, everything's on the line for him. I think he's great, but I'm with you. I think he's going to have to win a race, and he just doesn't have that speed. He had speed last year, and it's just, I think he's too far off the mark to get the job done with, unless he gets some help. So I like RJ just from the mental side.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. And RJ's a fighter too, regardless of the wrist and what's going on with that. But like he's been in that position before, and that's huge to be in that position before. And a lot of things have to go right for all parties, you know, for the two of them, for the three of them, but for the two of them, there's a lot of things that have to go right. And RJ has been in that position. So, that's something that Seth has not, you know, dealt with ever in his career, being in this championship position. And it's a close points. I think it's only 3 points separating.
Yeah. He has a 3-point lead. Yeah,
it's not like you're dealing with a big. Here we go. We got it up on the screen now. Seth Hammaker 142, RJ 3 points down, Tom Biel 7 down. So at 3 points down for RJ, it's not. That's not a big gap to make up, and vice versa for Seth. It's not like he's got a 10-point lead where he can kind of just, you know, kind of relax. 3 points is 3 points. I mean, that is close. That's anybody's race at this point.
Yeah, I mean, especially if they go 1-2 this weekend. If RJ wins, they're back tied again, and then they go into basically whoever wins the championship. I know.
And don't we have another shootout coming up? Won't we have it? Yeah,
we do, brother. That's Salt Lake.
Yeah, so Salt Lake, right? So that's another big kicker, right? You're adding the East and the West together. Riders you haven't raced all year, they're fighting for their own championship. East is fighting for theirs. So that's another added kicker of pressure and things to have to deal with, and elements it's not your typical race pack, right? Everybody, West, East, everybody kind of, after your first 2 or 3 rounds, and even in the 450 class, everybody kind of finds their spot and their position, right? So
they do.
And when you bring in outsiders like that, they're like, you know, it definitely adds another ingredient to the recipe.
It does. And dude, like those, especially you got the showdown at the last race of the series. You got guys going for championships, but then you got guys who haven't won this year outside of the championship contenders that can win races, and they want to go out and, you know, I'd assume they want to go out and flex, right? So shit, anything can happen. It's wild, dude.
Yep.
That's why it's going to be interesting.
Hi, folks. Lee Diffie from NBC Sports here. If you truly enjoyed what you just watched, you can get more news, interviews, and highlights by subscribing to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube page. You can get it all, so go for it.